On page 62, we're going to be learning two skills. Number one, how to conduct and play at the same time, and number two, how to use the sustain pedal or the damper pedal. So first off, we have to learn how to conduct two patterns. We're going to learn how to conduct a pattern with our right hand, which is going to be a 3 pattern and also a 4 pattern. Then we're going to learn how to do that with our left hand as well. Starting with the right hand, 3 pattern, as indicated on the page, 1 is always going to be down, 2 is going to be to the right, and then 3 will be up. So it's going to look like this: 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay? And I'll show this in a larger view to make this easier to see. You can do this also with a baton. I'll demonstrate with both. When you're conducting, there's a few things to note. Number one, your palm should always be facing down. So you don't want to conduct in this pattern. I'm going to keep my palm down. Also, I'm going to make sure my wrist is straight the entire time, so I'm not going to conduct with a floppy wrist. My wrist is going to be straight. My hand is going to be relaxed. Here we go. And 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay? And I can actually do that with my left hand as well, and this will allow you to mirror me a little better. So with the left hand, it's going to be exactly the opposite. 1 will be down, 2 will be to the left, and 3 will be back up. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Then we're also going to conduct in 4. 4 down, 1 is still down, but now 2 is going to be to the left, to the center, then 3 will be to the right, and 4 will be back up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. In the left hand, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. If you have a baton, the pattern's the same. Okay, the baton is just an extension of your arm. This time you're focusing on the tip of your baton. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Notice how my palm is still facing down as I do this. So let's take a look at how we're going to do this on the actual example. So I'm going to zoom in. Okay, so first off, if we look at example A, it's the left hand, and it's going to start in triads. So we have a D major triad, then it goes up to E major triad, then an F major triad, E major triad, and then back to a D major triad to end. So the left hand, D, F sharp, A, then up to E major triad, E, G sharp, B, then an F major triad, F, A, C, back down to E major with a G sharp, and back to D major. Let's try playing this and counting it. Here we go. D major, 1, 2, E major, 1, 2, F major, F, back to E, 1, back to D, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And now I'm going to try conducting as I play this. I'm going to give myself 2 bars first. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. E major, 2, F major. 1, 2, E major. 1, 2, D major. 1, 2, 3. 1, That's going to be a little tricky to do for some of you. So work on it slowly, gradually, and eventually you'll get the hang of it. Let's take a look at the next example. Next example, it's the right hand playing this time and left hand conducting. Again, we're dealing with triads. So here we can actually go through and write in the triads. It's going to be F, F again, C, C again, then F minor, then F minor again, down to D minor again, and then back to F major. So the right hand's going to start on FAC for F major, and it plays the F again, then it goes up to C, C again, but down to F minor, which has an A flat. Then F minor again, down to D minor, which is all white keys, D, F, A, and D minor again, and back to F major. So the only tricky one is here on bar 3 when you have the A flat. Everything else is just white keys, so just be on the lookout for that. Let's try that in rhythm now. Notice everything is staccato except for the last dotted half note. 2, ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, F minor, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, back to F. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to try conducting with our left hands while playing it. It's going to look like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, here we go. 1, 2, 3, F, up to C. 1, 2, C again. Now F minor with the A flat. 2, 3 again. For D minor. 1, 2, and again. 3, back to F. 1, 2, 3, off. And if we go further here, now we're going to work on learning to use the pedal. So on item 3 here, it tells us how to read this. Basically, you'll have a pedal marking sometimes in music. When it goes down, you're going to push the pedal down. Then you're going to hold the pedal. Then you're going to lift the pedal. So let me show you what this looks like. I've got a side camera view here to show you. All right, so you have 3 pedals on a piano. Some pianos have less. You might only have 1. Okay. The one on the left is a soft pedal, or an una quarta pedal. You'll not be using this. The middle pedal on most pianos, or at least grand pianos, is a sostenuto pedal. We will not be using that either. The pedal in question is the pedal furthest to the right of the piano. This is known as a sustain pedal and also as a damper pedal because it raises the dampers. Okay, so I'm going to show you the technique of how to use a pedal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep my heel on the floor at all times. And when I push the pedal down, I'll push the pedal down. When I lift up, I'll just lift the front part of my foot. So notice how the heel of my foot stays down on the ground the entire time. Okay? Now, when you have a pedal marking that looks like this, and you've got that little sharp mountain, that indicates a pedal change when you lift the pedal and depress the pedal quickly. Okay? So item 4, we have a little exercise here on how to connect notes with the pedal. So if you watch both my hand and my foot here, it's going to look like this. I'm going to push the first note and the pedal will go down. Now when I play the D, I'm going to lift the pedal, lift, and push the pedal back down. Then I'm going to do the same for each subsequent note. Lift, down, lift, down, lift, down, lift, down, lift, down, lift, down, lift, like that. So now to make sure that I'm doing this properly, I'm going to use just one finger. So I'll just use second finger for the whole exercise here. So I'm just going to, okay? And I want to hear a very legato sound. So here we go. Down, lift, 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 down, lift. A few notes to pay attention to. I'm not playing staccato. I'm playing and holding until I push the pedal back down. Then I can lift my finger. Lift. When my pedal goes down, I can release the note. Lift. And notice how I'm lifting when I play the note. I'm not lifting before. So when your finger goes down, your foot goes up. So it's kind of opposite. It's down, lift, lift, lift. The reason for this is because if I lift before I play the next note, the sound stops. There's a break in sound and we no longer have legato. So work on this carefully, get used to this. It's going to take some work before you get comfortable with this. So work on this patiently, and then after you feel like you are pretty comfortable with this, then go ahead and join me on the tutorial for the next page. I'll see you there.